So today I'm going to show you guys how to create your own neck tag using the Cricut machine and a heat press to iron it on. Alright, so it's very important when you're designing clothes or when you're designing anything of yours and you want to market your logo or design, it's very important to have your logo stamped on it. You want to brand your actual clothing brand inside of your neck tags. You don't want your neck tags to say Gildan. You don't want the neck tags to say any other clothing brand but your clothing brand. Because when people pick up your t-shirt, your hoodies, or whatever the case may be, and they see that neck tag and it says your logo, they're going to always think about your name. Always think about your brand. But if you design a t-shirt and you don't have any type of branding on your actual t-shirt and it just says Gildan, then they're going to think about Gildan when they wear that t-shirt. This is why it's very important to brand your business with a neck tag. Alright, so you never want to leave any regular neck tag inside of your t-shirts or hoodies. You want to make sure inside of them neck tags it says your brand name or your logo and the shirt size. Alright guys, so my heat press is on right now, about 325. I had pre-started already just to save time because this is what you guys are going to use to stamp your logo inside of your neck tags. Alright y'all, so the next thing you're going to need obviously is a blank t-shirt. I got mine right here. Alright, so this is just an example of how we're going to do things. I'm going to show you guys how this t-shirt goes from a Gildan t-shirt to a Stitchy t-shirt. Y'all ready? Let's get right to it. Guys, so the first thing we're going to do is going to open up the Cricut design space. This is the app. This is the software that we use to create stuff. Alright, so we're going to go to new, file, new window. Alright, so with time's sake, I already have a label created for my brand, so I'm going to show you guys how to recreate it though. Alright, so we go to my stuff. Let's see what I got labeled as. Tallest. Boom. Alright, so we're going to head over here. Check these out. Alright, so as you guys can see, I already have labels here created for different sizes. You have an XL here, small, and you see how I have my brand name on there so that when people pick up their t-shirt, they see what brand is on it. Alright, so the next thing you're going to do is you're going to take a measuring stick, a yardstick, or ruler, whatever the case may be. Look at the size length there. Alright, so if you take it out here, you look at it about 2 inches, how it would be flat on the actual t-shirt. Alright, so you look at it there, I think about 2 inches and some change will be pretty good, which is why on here the measurements are 2.87 by 0.63 inches. Alright, so that's why I have that there, because I know that when I place it onto the actual t-shirt, it's going to lay out within that distance. Alright, and it's going to look pretty good. So that's why the measurement is right there, but I'm going to show you guys how to do it again. Now that you guys seen how I do mine, I'm going to create an example as if I had just started off. Alright, so let's say we'll go to text here. Let's say you want your brand name is Cool Guys. Let's just an example here, right? If you want to change the font, you can change the font. Let's see. Head over here. See that's not bad, right? The main thing now is once you have your design or logo, whatever you want to use for your neck label, you're going to just resize this to the size that you need for your neck label. So like I said, on my branding, I have a 2.87 by 0.63 inches. That's the width times the height of the design here, okay? So right now, this design is about 5.82 inches wide, and that's pretty wide to have inside of a neck label. So we're going to shrink this down by grabbing the top right corner, squeezing down to about 2.87 or about 2.84 is still good. All right, so if you guys were creating your own, this is the exact step you guys would take. You would go to your text, or if you have your design here already, whatever the case may be, but you want to have a good sizing of the neck label, you want to just shrink it right down to about 2 inches by 0.68. Anywhere within this time frame, within this measurement, it's pretty good. It's not too big, not too small, but as long as you guys are in this, you know, measurement of this, you guys should be pretty good. All right, so now once you have that, you want to add the logo size. You want to add the actual size of the shirt, so it can be a small, medium, large. All right, so once you finish doing that, you're just going to create, let's say this shirt is an XL. So you're going to put XL. All right, so we already know that the cool guys is going to be the size of the actual shirt there, right? So what you want to do is, so you want to make sure that the size is still big enough for you to see, but not too big enough to cover up the actual design there. So you're just going to shrink this down here. That looks about good. We'll bring it down just a little bit more. That looks too bad. If I bring it about just a little bit more, it'll be fine. Alright, right there, it's pretty cool. So the first thing you see obviously is the brand name and then the shirt size. Alright, so now on the Cricut machine, what you're gonna do is you're gonna highlight this. So you're gonna left click, highlight your design there. You're gonna head over to the corner here and press attach. So what this does is now when you go to put the vinyl in, this is gonna print all at once now. It's gonna be all as one. So everything's together now. So that's why you click on the attach button there, all right? Don't forget to do that. You need to do that so it stays together, because if not, you end up cutting one thing out at a time and you're not gonna like it. So to save trouble, you just highlight and head over and press attach. All right, so for time's sake, you know, obviously I don't want to waste no t-shirt putting on any of a random design. I'm just going to show you guys how I print out my design here and place it onto the actual t-shirt. So the shirt size is the same as the one we just said here, which is the XL. And you guys see how this is here. All right, so now that we have our design here, the brand name is ready to get printed out with the vinyl cutter. We're going to head over to where it says make it, click it there, and then obviously make sure your Cricut machine is turned on. Just turn that bad boy on. All right, in the next step, you want to make sure your knob is turned on to where it says iron on, because we're going to iron on this design. All right, so you see that little circle right there? You got to make sure that knob is on iron on, and you're set to go. All right, y'all, so this is very similar to how I did it in the other video that I had with the how to make a t-shirt. We're gonna head over to, so when you click on make it, it's gonna ask you how will you load all of your materials for this project. You're gonna click on mat, this top left corner right here, and you're either gonna have a 12 by 12 inch mat or a 12 by 24. So you click on 12 by 24 because that's the mat that I have, which is this green one right here. This is 12 by 24 inches right here. All right, so now your next step is to scroll down to your design, which is mine right over here. All right, and just like I mentioned in the last video, with all your designs, you make sure that you click on mirror, because what happens is when this cuts out, it's gonna cut out the opposite way, and you want to be able to marry your design onto the t-shirt the right way. All right, so the way you look at it and the way it's going to cut out is going to be completely opposite. So if you want it to look straight, you want to have the mirror sign on. All right, so this is why it's printed on the opposite direction. All right. All right, y'all, so the next step now is to load up your vinyl. All right, so you're choosing for your design. You want to make sure you have that vinyl already laid out, laid against the mat, just like this. All right, so it should be just like that, laid down, matched up against here. This is exactly how the actual machine is gonna read it. All right, so I have my reflective HTV vinyl. This material is gonna be reflective when the light hits it. All right, so it's gonna shine when the light hits. We're gonna load the board up. All right, now it's time for the cutting process. All right, so we have loaded our board up here. The board is ready to load. So now that our design is ready to go, we're gonna come over to the bottom right corner over here, click continue. All right, so it's loading up, getting prepared. Saying please wait as it loads up. May take a few seconds. All right, boom. So now we're at one of the last final steps. Everything is good here. So like always, I'm gonna click on fast mode because you want your design to come out pretty fast. You know, time is everything. So we're gonna make sure we get that going. All right, so as soon as you press that, as you look over to the top corner over here, you see the flashing button, which indicates that it is ready to go. All right, y'all, so our next step now is to just hit the loading button. Just load it up, and now once everything's good to go, you'll see that second blinking button, just like I mentioned in the last video with how to make a t-shirt. Once I click this blinking button right now, that's going to indicate the cutting process to begin. All right, so I'm gonna head over there, click that button. As you guys see, it's reading. And now, this is where the magic starts. All right, so it just finished up. Let's unload this bad boy by pressing this top left button right here. Boom. All right. So as you guys know, just like I said before, when it cuts out, you may not be able to see it completely until you start the weeding process. I don't know if you guys can see this or not, but we're gonna do the weeding part right now. So we're gonna weed this out. You guys are gonna see how it cuts out. I'm gonna weed this out, so you guys are gonna see how this actually looks here, right? All right, y'all, so here's the weeding process. Let's get right to it. Pinch right at the top corner. Uh-oh. Sometimes it gets a little crazy, so you gotta get crazier with it. Sometimes the vinyl wants to fight back. All right, once you get to that top corner, just gonna weed it back. So this is exactly why when I say to marry a design, because this is how it looks when you weed it out. But obviously this is transparent, so when you actually place it on there, it's gonna look just like this. All right, so now that we have our label here ready to market our t-shirts, brand our t-shirts, we're gonna grab our t-shirt that we have right over here. So now that we have our t-shirt here, we're going to place it under the heat press. All right, y'all, so I'm prepping the t-shirt, getting it right under there. I'll show you guys how we get this done. All right, so as you guys see, we have the design here. So I want to make sure you have is like some type of like cushion. Maybe it could be a t-shirt, folded up t-shirt, whatever the case may be. You just want to provide a flat platform for your logo to go under, so that when you stamp the heat press down, it has an even surface. All right, so as you see that right there. Now, all right, so you guys see the branding right here. We're gonna place this neck tag. Boom, right under there. But wait, there's more. All right, so you guys see how that looks. You want to make sure it looks good just like that. All right, so now your next step is to just place it in there. Stamp this down for about a few seconds. You ain't even gotta do it too long either. Just apply that pressure. Applying that pressure to it. All right, pull it up. There it is. So obviously right now it's hot. So this is what I showed you guys in the last video. Cool it down. We're gonna smack it a few times. Release some of that heat before we peel it off. Alright, so now here's the test. Alright, so now here we go. We're gonna peel this off to ensure that the design is on there. So you see I'm multitasking. One here that's holding the camera. All right, boom. So as you guys can see now, we have our brand here. So what do you think our last step is to do? Tear this tag away. All right, y'all. So as y'all see here, we have the neck label still on there. And all you're gonna do, since this is a tear away label, then yank it off. Ready? Boom. 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 Look at that. Look at that t-shirt. T-shirt went from a Gildan t-shirt to a Stitchy t-shirt. Shit me. Before we even design, we have our actual branding in there. So when you go to do laundry or when you go to pick up your shirt, the first thing people see is your branding, your label here. Alright, so this is why this is very important. Your next step now, if you want to design your shirt, do whatever you want to do. But the main important thing now is when people look at this t-shirt, the first thing they see before even putting it on is your brand. Alright, so you want to make sure people are always thinking about your brand anytime you create something for them. This is why creating a neck tag or neck label, whatever you want to call it, is very important. Alright, y'all, so we just wrapped it up. I just showed y'all how to create a neck tag or a neck label, however you want to call it, for your t-shirts, your hoodies, and your crew necks, or whatever type of garment you have. It's the same process. All right, you want to make sure you do the same exact steps, repeat the same exact steps, and for the actual measurements, you guys could refer back to the video and place the same exact measurements for your neck labels. All right. You know, I hope this video was useful. I hope you find some use to this video. I hope that you guys can start putting your own labels on your t-shirts, hoodies, you name it. All right, but it's very important to market and brand your design on anything that you create for somebody. If you find any use to this video, let me know down in the comments. All right, I appreciate y'all watching. It's your boy Big Stitchy. Peace.